there is a bit of a gap, and there's no overtaking from X to NPCs. By the time they get to turn 1, lights go out and we go racing. Bonafide under pressure already. Round the outside is Michael van Rooyen. On the inside is Germany. Germany looks like he might get the whole shot. He goes in and he's absolutely sideways. Is Sean Germany. He's trying to hang on. He actually burned on the side of Bonafide to make it through that turn, but Germany goes through in second. Van Rooyen drops back to third behind a high-flying Michael Stephen. Around his outside goes Simon Moss. Moss is now third, Stephen 4, and side by side with his stablemate Michael van Rooyen. It's a good start from Ahmed. It's a fantastic start from Niaz Modak. He's up to second. The battle, though, is for fourth place on the road, and it's Michael Stephen diving up the inside of Michael van Rooyen. The battle of the Michaels continues like it did at Twatkops here for the first outing, and now the second heat of the day. Up the inside goes van Rooyen. Oh, and it looks like van Rooyen has got a problem. Michael Stephen dives on his inside, and van Rooyen tapped out, and there's 3 cars gone through. Stephen's gone through, Formoto's gone through, as has Henny Groenewald. And it's now just Graham Nathan who has a chance of possibly spoiling the day there for Michael van Rooyen. He'll try and get as many points as possible, but you can see that car is not firing like it was at Twatkops.
Graham Nathan having had a brilliant first race, and now having no luck whatsoever at making up a single position, such as the pace of what is in front of him. The City Cruise of Van Rooyen going to be the first car. He's going to try and work his way past. Then the next one behind that's going to be the Sassel Hardy. The whole pack going down into KFM corner. Jimmy once again getting the tailwind slightly loose as he works his way through KFM corner. Up into Ball straight he goes. Well, it's going to be very tight because Bonafide has not got much space between himself and the leading ST out there, and the engine Audi is all over the back bumper. Simon Moss doing the work behind the steering wheel, up in third.
Yeah, Simon Moss is certainly looking good, but around the outside comes Brendan Green on Ahmed, trying to find a way through for second place in the Class X's. Class NPC heading up and into the back straight through Malmesbury. It's Bonafide that leads things out. Right now he's doing everything right. A big recovery from him here, considering he went off with Graham Nathan and that little incident down in turn 5. So Bonafide leads out down the back straight ahead of Germany. Simon Moss looking to try and sneak through on Germany, but he doesn't have the straight line pace that Ford ST's got. It's incredible to watch how fast that ST goes down the back straight. And now all of a sudden closing up, we see Henny Groenewald and Michael Stephen on the back end of Formoto looking for a way through. Brendan Green looks like a problem down the back straight as well in the Vescop block vacuum machine. He's unfortunately pulled to the sideline, and it looks like it might be a turbo issue once again. But across the line, here they come. Battle is heating up between Henny Groenewald, Michael Stephen and Michael van Rooyen. Stephen's on the inside. Around the outside goes Henny G. He's going to try and make sweet music out of that Sassel Audi. Unfortunately, it's the wrong side of the line to be on through KFM corner, and he has to back out and tuck in behind Michael Stephen.
Graham Nathan still not making any headway whatsoever on the very quick group of cars in front of him. Gennaro Bonafide putting up the only 1 minute 19 time for that lap, a 19.63. Sean Duminy on a 20.6. Simon Moss slightly quicker than Sean Duminy there by 1/10 of a second. Formoto, in fact, so also in the 1 minute 19s. Michael Stephen having a 1 minute 20.1, so pretty much 4/10 of a second between them. That's temperature now on the brakes, there's temperature on the tires. Now it goes about line astern and use every opportunity to try and make up places.
Watch Formoto using the straight line speed of the 4. He goes past the Audi S4 with absolutely no problem, and now tries to sneak on the inside of Germany. Germany sees him coming, shuts the door. He might have outbraked himself though. He runs a little bit wide on the banking, but comes back and fortunately hangs on for second. So it's ST Focus 2 and 3 as they're going to come across the line to complete this lap. Engine Extreme Audis right behind him, led out by Simon Moss and Michael Stephen. Side by side between Van Rooyen. Look at Stephen. Stephen goes defensive. He tries to get Van Rooyen out, and by going defensive, he's looking to maybe get into the clutches. Oh, Henny Groenewald. Oh, Nathan's car's broken. Nathan's car breaks down into turn 1. KFM corner, and Graham Nathan is completely out of shape. Something broke on that car and it's put it into a massive slide.
They went to the last of the late breakers, that whole pack in front of him. In fact, in turn, trying to hold out the Chevy Cruise, the two Audis, the engine Audi and the Sassel Audi, were very late on the brakes. I don't know if something broke. I think he was on the limit. Once it started to slip and slide, you're never going to catch it from there.
Yeah, I know. Listen, if anybody can catch it, Graham Nathan's
for sure. No doubt.
I don't think it was an error on the driver there. Something broke on that GTI, and he is now out and parked at KFM corner on the exit. As they come down the back straightaway, watch the two Fords. It's Formato who managed to sneak through on Germany under braking when we saw Graham Nathan go off. So Formato's up to second, Germany now third, and playing the tail gunner role to try and keep those Audis at bay. And right now he just slams the door firmly shut in Simon Moss's face. He's not going to let Simon Moss come through. But let me tell you something, Henny Grunewald means business. He's probably the most dangerous car on track right now, along with Michael van Rooyen. The two of them have spent the last 2 or 3 laps trying to find a way past Steven, and they get through. Van Rooyen eventually blasts around the outside. He gets outgunned as they get onto the brakes, but he definitely looked like he could get through on Michael Steven. Now Moss on the inside, just sneaking back again. Absolutely awesome stuff here between the Audis and that Chevy Cruze.
Don't forget about Gennaro Bonafide. He's up, dusted and disappeared. He's the second fastest man out there. He's doing 19 sixes on a regular basis right now, Gennaro Bonafide. And while Gary Formato leads out the 2ST Sean Duminy, possibly playing a bit of a blocking role to let Gary try and overrun on the back of Gennaro. Simon Moss is not going to take it lying down. Michael van Rooyen slowly but surely working his way through the pack with the demise of Graham Nathan. There's no pressure from behind, so Van Rooyen all out to go to the front.
Yeah, he's trying to get onto the podium. That's what he's trying to do right now. He's got to find his way past Simon Moss. Look at the straight line speed there now as he comes alongside Moss. It's side-by-side action. Van Rooyen on the outside. Moss went on the inside to try and stay defensive. The two Fords ahead might help Simon Moss out here ever so slightly, but if Van Rooyen can carry the speed around the banking, he can maybe do the slingshot effect and come past on Moss down the straight. He comes side by side with Michael Steven. He's now going to try and get into the slipstream of Simon Moss and come along for the outbraking maneuver he did on Steven the previous lap. Henny Grunewald goes on the inside, as does Michael van Rooyen. Simon Moss trying to keep him out. He runs a little bit squirrely. Oh, it got real close there between them. Henny Grunewald on the bumper of Michael van Rooyen, but Van Rooyen on the bumper of Simon Moss, and in fact a little bit of rubbing there and some tyre smoke as they go in there, absolutely guns blazing.
Henny G trying everything he can. That was the first real opportunity that we had at that stage of the fight. Simon Moss on the wagon edge. He has to get away from Van Rooyen so he can have a clean run on the back of Duminy. While they're fighting it out, the STs are just working their way through the smoke of row sweep. Bonafide smiling all the way as he comes out into the back main, up into top gear, hammer down, head down, have a look in the mirror. He's having a great day.
Yeah, he's getting away in the second heat, there's no doubt about it. And as I said, there are some second heat specialists here. The two Fords running formation, flying down that back straightaway, but look out for Van Rooyen. He means business on Moss. He came very close to doing it on the last time. This time he's a bit further up. And in fact, if Simon Moss is not good enough on the brakes, Michael van Rooyen could drive around his outside on that banking for turn 5. He gets up onto the banking now. He has got it side by side with Simon Moss. He keeps that front wheel drive absolutely buried through there. He comes into the slingshot now, and there's a good possibility we're going to see a change up here. He's going to try the other side this time. Around the outside and blast past Michael Steven and Simon Moss. Almost identical maneuvers on those two Audis, and now Van Rooyen is up behind the Fords.
What was Henny G doing from Wales? They hit into the smoke of KFM corner. He's had a couple of opportunities and they're starting to spread out slightly now. So now there's nothing for free anymore. He's very late on the brakes going into engine corner. I think he's starting to get, no, I wouldn't say desperate, but he's now starting to go, he's got nothing to lose. Where he is now, there's not enough points. He tries to have a look around the outside of Simon Moss as they go through the kink. He'll try and stick it up on the inside. Moss has been around for a while, maybe not in this formula, but he's been on the track long enough to know you just sweep across the front and row sweep. There's only place for one.
He kept that door firmly shut through Rose Foundation sweep and now through Malmesbury. The two Fords getting away for second and third, but Michael van Rooyen has one corner and one lap still to catch them. So as they get down to Cape Town corner, he's got that one and another lap to do it. I'm not quite sure if he's quite close enough to possibly spoil the podium finish there for the two Fords, but he's definitely not going to give up, that is for sure. So Bonafide is going to come across the line to start the final lap here of race 2. The two Fords in second place and third place. That's Michael van Rooyen. On their tail though, it's a three-way battle between the Quattros, and right now, any one of those Quattros could take it. Henny Grunewald, as I said, the most dangerous out of the lot, and looking for a way past on Simon Moss. Moss just goes to the center of the track and says, you ain't coming through here. Michael Steven has to get up, and he cuts back going in there, does Henny G, but Simon Moss saw him coming, and once again just makes that Audi very, very wide.
Gary Formato doing a very credible 1 minute 19.7 as opposed to battling it out earlier on in the qualifying this morning. The Ford STs are coming through very strong. A 19.6 from Bonafide, a 19.7 from Formato, a 20.2 by Sean Duminy. Michael van Rooyen breaking into the 19s with 19.89. So he's looking pretty strong. Simon Moss involved in that three-way battle with NEG and Michael Stevens. They were all within 1/10 of a second on a 1 minute 20.1.
All right, down as they head down the back straight away. Watch out for the outbreaking maneuver now from Michael van Rooyen. Van Rooyen will try and get right up onto the bumper of Sean Duminy and try and outrun into the line. Checkered flag is standing by. It's going to go to Bonafide. He's basically not been bettered since the start of this race. But second place and third place definitely still up for grabs. As Duminy and Van Rooyen come out of Cape Town corner almost side by side. Van Rooyen going to try and slingshot out of the slipstream on that Ford. He comes out. Formado's going to take second. Who's going to get third place? It's going to go to Duminy, but only just over Michael van Rooyen. Simon Moss hangs on to keep G at bay. And Michael Stevens finishes up lonely all the way down in 7th place. Massive change up in the championship now. Confirmation that I'm telling you now that Gary Formato would have taken the lead in this championship, having taken a second place again in the second race. Class X comes through to be won by Ahmed. Second place is going to go to Niaz Modak, and third place, a good recovery here from Jordan Sherritt in the third of those SMD Racing Ford Focuses.
So Bonafide will be super chuffed with that one. Bonafide from Formato, Duminy van Rooyen, Moss and Groenewald. Followed up there by Michael Stevens, Ahmed. The first in the Class X's of Modak, Sherritt, Smallberger, Graham Nathan not been able to finish that one. Brennan Green retiring after 3 laps. Charles Smallberger not making it out.